Copywriting, the art of selling with the written word, is the most important skill you should master if you want to succeed, especially in running an online business, no matter what you want to sell. The best part is that any skill in the world can be learned regardless of who you are and where your starting point is. And I can affirm that every human being can become great at writing copy if they follow a process. I have been writing copy to sell my products and services since 2008. I started with the Italian market because I'm 100% Italian. Copywriting is the only skill that I have never delegated to someone else because I consider it very personal. I have always written by myself and for my clients too, every email, video sales script, sales letter, sales presentation since 2008, and I'll continue to do it. This is the main reason why I have some important suggestions to share with you in this video if you want to become a great copywriter. So continue watching it till the end. My name is Max Cecco and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur. It means selling your expertise or someone else's knowledge to help people solve their problems. On YouTube, I share my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you, so thank you. Recommendation number 1. Learn copywriting skill first. This recommendation seems to be so obvious, but it is not. Web 2.0 and social networks are full of people who don't have real expertise, but they introduce themselves as the super experts in what they do. So, the first step is to learn the basics of copywriting. You need a strong foundation if you want to become great at writing copy. And let me be very straightforward. It is a slow process. Learning copy takes time. At the same time, there is a way to speed up the learning process. It all depends on you. What I want you to understand is that you can't become great at writing copy overnight. It's not an immediate skill you can learn in seconds or just a few days. It's like learning to play a musical instrument or learning how to dance or practicing bodybuilding. It takes time and patience. If someone tells you you can learn copy fast from scratch, even if you have never written a sales message before, is making fun of you. For sure, you can, and you should use some templates for writing headlines, for instance, or for writing compelling bullet points, or guarantee statements, and so on. Indeed, I use them too, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel again. But to be great at writing copy, there are no shortcuts. So, subscribe to this YouTube channel first and follow my playlist on copywriting. I have already shared valuable information regarding the subject and I'll create other videos in order to let you improve this skill. In addition, I'm thinking about creating a sort of coaching program on copywriting to let you speed up the learning process. Recommendation number 2. Be patient. As a matter of fact, in the previous recommendation, I have already mentioned the importance of being patient enough to learn and improve this high-paid skill. Let me share with you a short story. When I started learning copy, I had several doubts about my ability to learn it. I was a complete disaster in writing. When I was at school at the age of 10, I left a blank page twice after 2 hours of an Italian test because I didn't have enough imagination to write anything about a topic. And my professor told my parents that I had mental problems. I always received bad grades in Italian because of my inability to write meaningful sentences. This was my starting point. At the same time, I had an intense desire to learn this skill because it was crucial for my entrepreneurial career. And it is still today. The message here is this. I don't care where your starting point is. If you want to become a great copywriter, you can do it. No excuses. It doesn't matter if you have to invest 1 hour per day writing for the next 12 months. Who cares? I want you to be patient and hungry enough to become a great copywriter. Recommendation number 3. Be curious. If you are a curious person, if you want to learn how to persuade people, if you like psychology, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have the right characteristics to become a high-paid copywriter. Great copywriters mix specific knowledge with generic knowledge. Specific knowledge is related to the product or service you want to sell. Generic knowledge gives the copywriter some ideas on how to write a sales letter with a specific angle because it is all based on his experience. This is the main reason why curiosity is an underrated component of great copywriters. In addition, as I affirmed multiple times, when writing copy, your personality makes a huge difference and it is a game changer. Indeed, if you and I have to write a sales letter to sell a product, the writing style, the length of the sales letter, the sentences, and the triggers we use can be completely different due to our knowledge, experience, and personality as well. So, copywriting doesn't involve only the knowledge and the technical stuff to write a sales message, but if you want to make a difference, you need to be curious about anything. Do not underestimate the power of curiosity in copy and the copywriter. Recommendation number 4. Write copy for yourself first. This is crucial. If you want to pursue the copy career and make a living, even making tons of money, you should start writing copy for yourself first. For instance, if you start from scratch without any experience, I recommend this exercise. Even if it is difficult initially, try to sell something with a written word, for instance, your product or service. Or consider writing copy to sell an existing product of a competitor. By doing so, you can compare your writing style with the style of another copywriter. What I want you to understand is that copy doesn't have a unique solution, a unique perspective. There are tons of different perspectives, all of which produce different sales results. In an ideal world, the copywriter's work is a never-ending process because you can test many variables to increase your sales message's efficacy. Obviously, we need to find a balance. In 2008, when I started writing copy to introduce my online courses, it was extremely difficult because I didn't have a clear path to follow, a step-by-step system that could teach me the exact process to use the written words to sell anything. It was tough. Indeed, I remember myself staring at the blink cursor even for 2 hours without writing anything. It was so frustrating. Then I started writing word by word some sales letters of great copywriters to enter their minds, to get access to their way of thinking. Then I followed the next recommendation. Recommendation number 5. Start writing copy for free. This was a huge improvement. In the beginning, I started writing some sales letters for people with something to sell, but no idea how to use the right words to sell their product. Since I didn't charge anything, I didn't have any sort of obligation or expectation to create an amazing sales message. I was only focused on how to improve my writing copy style. Then I started charging almost $300 for a sales letter. Then I increased the price again to $3,000 per sales letter, and so on. The more you write, the more you improve. As I told you, there is no shortcut to becoming great at writing copy. I greatly improved when I discovered 3 precious questionnaires that helped me clarify how to craft the sales message. Indeed, you should not start writing anything without acquiring the proper information. Before writing a single line of copy for yourself or third parties, you need to collect lots of information about these 3 main topics: the ideal client, product and offer creation, the story behind the product and the company. Each of these 3 topics have a set of questions you have to answer. I have published 3 separate videos to help you answer these questions. Start with this video: How to write a sales letter, questionnaire number 1, the ideal client. I put the link to these 3 precious contents in the description below this video. Watch this video now.